you got confused about that video, so did I. That downward camera is a Wi-Fi camera, and I think I'm a little bit too far away, and that's why there's so many seconds delay on it. And as the camera gets hot, slower it does as well. But also I forgot to put the SIM card in, not SIM card, the SD card in. So this is the app. So I'll press that. You can see it connecting. Right, that's connected, okay. So let's put it onto widescreen. Right, okay, so that's what I'm looking at when, am I right upside down? Yeah, that's what I'm looking at when I'm shooting, to make sure it's still videoing. As I say, I haven't got the SD card in, but the hotter that gets, that camera, the time delay, oh, hang on. Yeah, I'm recording on this camera to my computer screen so I can watch it. But as I say, oh dear me, what's happening? Hang on. Yeah, the time delay as the camera gets hotter, because it's in the sun, there's no shade down there. The time delay gets longer. At one point, well, at the end of that video, the time delay was about 10 seconds. So when I shot the Ferris wheel or whatever I was shooting, the pellet took 10 seconds until it hit that target on that bottom download camera, if you can understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a Wi-Fi camera. Really, I mean, I'm out of range. Just about on the edge of the range, really, for videoing. But yeah, trying to make this video up, I got so confused. You know, yeah. So if you got confused, you can imagine what I was like shooting, seeing the pellet hitting it straight away, but looking down at the camera, it took 3, 4, 5 seconds before that pellet hit, or before the camera picked up that pellet, you know. Yeah. But even so, the AP900 shot 2 beads off that tin can without making it fall off. The third bead, as the tin can was leaning over, I knew that when I go for that third bead, it's going to fall, you know what I mean? So whether I hit that third bead or not, I don't know. But I was well pleased about the shooting. And someone's just remarked about the scope. Do I know how many clicks? Because it seems like to him I'm clicking it a lot. Well, if he watched previous videos, he would have seen that I took that scope apart because the turrets on elevation, and windage, was wearing out, and I had to recut a couple of cogs, you know, or whatever they're called, and sometimes I have to go up, sometimes I have to come down and then go up. So yes, it makes a lot of clicks. So on windage, if I want to go left, I can turn it left. Sometimes it don't do nothing. So if I turn it a little bit right, then come back on the left, it'll start working. So that's the trouble with that Hawk scope. It's very, it's an old scope, and I could send it back to him and get a replacement, but I can't be bothered. I got so used to it. And knowing that, I don't like optics. I'd rather have a camera scope like the DNT Zulus, and because it makes it much easier for me to film with a camera attachment, like the DNT. I can't be bothered keep going down making. Behind me you can see two cameras. One's a Canon, black one there, nearly £700, and you got a Casio, the white one. That was quite a cheap one, about £300. But the batteries, once again, they're so old, and they're not old. Well, they're old in a bit of charge, but not enough to make a full-length video. As you've seen before, cameras conk out. So I've been using Apple phones to do my camera work, And if you look just here, you can see one just video in the screen of the computer, and of course then I've got this one which does the downward camera. I prefer using these sort of cameras than the cameras behind me. The DRS, shooting it today, not quite sure why it was off target. I think I put the, I can't remember. I might have had it on the wrong profile in a way of using it on the BSA. I really can't remember, but it could have been on the wrong profile, and that's why I had to zero it in. I think I caught the sun a bit. Looking back at the Ferris wheel on this phone or the computer, 1 minute it's stationary, next minute or next few seconds it's been hit, and when I'm shooting looking through the optics, it's hitting it straight away. But as I say, the downward camera can be anywhere from 3 seconds to 10 seconds delay. So if you got confused, you can imagine how I was when I was trying to edit this particular video. Thought I'd just let you know. Tomorrow I'll be shooting a BSA. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I got the Zulus. I got a little bit confused now because I've got a Zulus scope on the BSA. I've got the Zulus scope on the BSA. So whether that comes off the FX DRS, I'm not quite sure. I know one of them I bought on the AP 900 couple, not last time I showed you, the time before. So I could have mixed the scopes up, and of course being on the wrong profile. Anyway, as I say, I'll be shooting the BSA tomorrow, and if I can find I've got another another Foster tin can here. So what I might do is glue some beads on, 3 beads, and have it tied, you know, tie it so it hangs, and try to shoot the beads off. So yeah, that'd be another bead challenge in the way of on a tin can, if I can get 3. These particular cans are not much good because the eyelid is very small, the gap. A 2-2 pellet will go through, but very, very tight, very, very close. So I can't really have 4. I can only have maybe 3 at maximum. But we'll find that out tomorrow. So I'll put that aside, and that'll be the target tomorrow, okay? So I'll see you later. Okay, bye.